This is part 11 of the question and answer book, The Mancharians' Newest Civilization, in audio format. Here we have a file in which the Mancharians elaborate on the nature of karma, where good use of intuition can control negative aspects of karma. They also elaborate on love and explain what it really is. All sessions were recorded in 1995 in Tempe, Arizona. Director, thank you. Can you tell us how we can effectively neutralize our karma toward others? Mancharians, in actuality it already has been. You may think this is a funny method, but you see this has already been accomplished from where we sit. Even many of the statistics which you take as you write down what is good karma and what is bad, and what must yet to be worked out, it is really an inefficient way of conducting research. You must learn to feed your intuition with wisdom and let it work for you as it comes down into your consciousness through the crown chakra from your higher self. Your higher self is trying to teach you these truths of what has been done and what hasn't been done. Some call it conscience, we believe, but conscience again is a poor definition of and a lower form of intuition, because intuition here is more refined. If you wonder at any time, have you done this properly or have you truly forgiven someone? Meditate as you have suggested you may do. This delights our souls. Meditate indeed and your direction will come and hit you like a hammer on the chakra. Always follow intuition, for intuition is your medical resource of healing. And medicine always works for all, does it not? Proceed. Director, thank you. You stated that humans really do not understand or practice the law of love. Could you please explain more on this, and tell us what love means to you? Mancharians, this is why when we have said we do our duty and bring these words to 3 in your dimension, and that we have no escape plan for your people, but we meet with them as they evolve into higher dimensions. Then they will be ready to actually understand. But here again, you do need an answer for your people. All we could say at this time and suggest, is that they conscientiously refrain from so much tongue wagging and start listening within themselves to themselves. They do need to connect with themselves, for it is apparent they cannot connect with anybody else. Until such time as they do, they will not find love for self to even begin to understand the meaning. What they term as love, and though you have splintered and fragmented the concept of love all over the place into different fragments, for instance there is a certain love for brothers and sisters and mothers and fathers and husbands and wives, and so on and so on, how are they expected indeed to deal with any of these fragments? How do you bottle up wine, if it is split out of harmony with all the other ingredients? We would be very interested to hear the answer to that one. So we say to you again, simply to tell your people, they must connect with themselves in order to have an understanding of the first rung of the ladder of L. Is this understood sufficiently for your people to understand? Director, yes, but I have another question regarding it. And that is, we were told in order for us humans to connect with our higher selves, we'd have to sort of go through an abyss. Where does the abyss fit into all of this with regard to us connecting to our higher selves? Mancharians, the abyss which you speak of simply is the duality of your portion of your duality. The portion we mean is, that you are so fragmented that you encase as a male entity without a female encasing, though it is somewhere buried deep. Here you have your split-offs. So now that we have that concept accomplished, we can proceed to explain how indeed do you face your abyss. It is like going into war with armor and no sword, only half equipped, or perhaps the sword broken in half. How do you fight the outer extremities when you have not yet understood the inner extremities of how you perform and work within yourself, for you are taking your half-duality, the male half in your case, and you're trying to implement it together with another half which is not strictly there yet. It is somewhat akin to working with half a mind. And how does that complement itself? So in order to go through an individual or personal abyss in order to reach and connect with your higher self, you must let go of the ego. The O in ego is the big space where the other half of the brain is not functioning. Here you're working not with the right and left hemisphere together. You must subject yourself to the understanding in totality that you really only are half there. This should be a concept for your psychiatrists. We thank you. Director, you may have already explained how our love or your love are different from each other. In which way? Can you elaborate on that again? Mancharians, we can only say to you, and here we must take the concept to a level of understanding for you and your people. We have come to bring you truth, is that not right? Director, indeed. Mancharians, but your people seldom tell the truth, even to themselves, never mind to one another. If they cannot even get past that concept of warpedness, how can they understand the concept of love? You can't go up to a second step if you have not climbed the first yet. Have we sufficiently explained? Director, end of file 11. Our presence on internet is freeearthsystem.net. As well as starshipfederation.atspace.co.uk. My presence on Facebook is facebook.com/Sentana-Ries. It is our intent to present to you listeners the words of the Mancharians from the book The Mancharians' Newest Civilization in audio segments of approximately 5 to 9 minutes in length. Happy listening.